down low. You can go even lower. Here we go. Everybody jump up high. Come on, jump up. I know you can jump even higher. Come on, let's shout as loud as we can shout. Jump up. I know you can jump even higher. Come on, let's shout as loud as we can shout.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Small Talk. My name is Tosanuk Bay and we are the pupils of Diamonds International School. Welcome!
Jump up. I know you can jump even higher. Come on, let's shout as loud.
Good morning, my name is Daniel and I'm 10 years old. I like playing football, tennis and swimming.
Good day everyone, my name is Amina Bakar Dunguza and I am 11 years old. I love reading because it develops my grammar. My favorite book is Little Women, written by Charles Dickens.
My name is Tosanuk Bay and I'm 10 years old. My favorite color is blue, and my favorite color is blue because it's the color of the sky and I love to look up at the sky once in a while and see blue.
My name is Iroluwa Aruko and I'm 10 years old.
My name is Daniele Bono and I am 11 years old.
My name is Abdullahi Yakubu. I am 11 years old from Diamonds International School.
My name is Kayode Ogumoroti. I'm a 6th student. I'm presently 10, but I'll be 11 next month. My favorite color is green. It just fascinates me in a way.
Here we go. Everybody jump up high. Come on, jump up. I know you.
But he's not officially governor till June 12th, which is Democracy Day. I know about him because he was running for governor's position and I saw a lot of his flyers and his different vote for me signs around Nigeria, Lagos. When I saw the flyers about Sanwo-Olu, my mother and father were saying that he's obviously going to win, and I felt he was going to win because when you have so many flyers everywhere, the only thing you can think about is, ooh, Sanwo-Olu, Sanwo-Olu. So most people would vote for him. I believe him because it looks like somebody that would do better for Lagos.
Sanwo-Olu is the governor-elect of Lagos State, and I hope he'll do something better than Ambode has been doing. Yeah, like sanity. Yeah, sanity.
What I think about that is what he said is really good, and I knew Sanwo-Olu would win, but from my point, when Ambode, former Governor Ambode was here, I felt like nothing changed in Lagos because Lagos was still the same. It had no difference to me. Everywhere remained the same, but Sanwo-Olu, current governor, says that he would hit the ground and make it better. So I think if he means that, he should really start early and make sure Lagos becomes a better place.
Well, I just hope that statement is true.
Same too.
Because right now, most of our leaders aren't really doing the job because they want the money. I don't know who are doing it, just generally, most of them are just doing the job because of the money they get from doing it, not because they actually want to make the state or country become better.
Here we go. Everybody jump up high.
The building collapse I heard about was the one that happened yesterday in Lagos Island. My friends came to school today and they're talking about it and they said that the building collapsed yesterday.
As in, they did not build it well, as in the structure was not strong enough.
I've heard too, I think this week, yesterday, the day before yesterday, I heard one, and it was really shocking for me because I felt bad because they were on the 3rd floor. I heard that there was a school there and children were there, teachers were there. And to me, in Nigeria, people didn't get there on time because my brother's tutor got the message from her sister by 10:30, trying to call people to come over there when it happened around 10, and by 10:30 nobody had like responded to that yet. Like nobody went over, and to me, people lost their lives in that, and I feel so bad for them. And we Nigerians, we did not react fast. We did not have a lot of things. People might still have been trapped there, but nobody knew because I know our stuff is not up to date and stuff like that. I heard that the governor of Lagos State got there at 3 when it happened at 10, in which I felt was not right.
Here we go. Everybody jump up high. Come on, jump up. I know you can jump even higher. Come on, let's shout out loud.
Welcome back. The first topic for today is Lagos State government confirms 20 people dead in Lagos Island building collapse. Can the Nigerian government prevent building collapses? Or is it the fault of the building owners? What do you think, Ebuka?
Well, it's actually the government's fault because during the accident, before the accident, they don't ensure that ambulances or fire trucks will be ready. They don't ensure that. And number 2, they always give contracts to people who aren't professionals because they give contracts to people who are related to or they are bribed.
Now, what do you think?
Well, I think it's the building owner's fault.
Why?
Because when they began building, they could have actually gone and got qualified workers. Instead, he got quack workers. Like we know we have nurses that have gone to school, they've learned and they know how to do it. And we also have those that were probably working as cleaners in the hospital, and they saw them giving injection, and to them they felt like they could actually do it. But in this case, quack workers, because there are those that are qualified and know what they are doing, and there are others that just went and walked at one building site and saw them constructing the building and saw how they were doing it, and they felt like they could do it. So they went and started building houses. And all in the end, the structure was not big, was not strong.
I feel it's the government's fault.
Why?
I feel it's the government's fault is because when the government is giving the contractor the money, the government always expects something back from the contractors. So the contractors have to reduce the amount of money they're using, meaning they don't have enough money for the number of materials they need. Therefore, they buy substandard materials, which shouldn't be used for that kind of building. It means the building foundation isn't strong and the building collapses at the end of the day. Daniel, what do you think?
Yes. Well, I think it's the building owner's fault because they should at least come to survey the land once a week to check for any faults to fix it before it gets bigger. Like a famous saying, a small leak can sink a great ship.
I agree with you.
Exactly.
And it is also the government's fault because the government should also make sure that schools and government buildings should always be checked once in a while to make sure that the building has...
Tosin, if you were the landlord, what would you do?
The landlord, if I was a landlord, I would do the same thing as the government because it is my house. But there are buildings that are not owned by people, they are owned by the government. And the government neglect these buildings and they don't check it once in a while to make sure that the foundation is strong enough. If the government always did that, they would know if a house needs to be demolished. And when they realize they need to be demolished...
So you're saying that if you were landlord, you also go get quack workers to do it for you. That's what you're saying.
That's not what I'm saying. I am saying that the government have their own buildings that they don't take care of. The buildings that they created themselves. The landlord.
That's not what I asked you. I asked you if you're the landlord, what will you do?
I would get professional workers. If I don't have money, I would wait till I have enough money before I start to build a house. I'm saying that the government should make sure that they always check schools and buildings to make sure that they are strong. And then when they know they mark it down, they should make sure that they do not collect any bribes from the people who own these buildings so that they make sure that it's demolished. Imagine if the building had once been said it was marked down and they didn't demolish it because they were bribed and they painted off what was written there that
By
it was
the
marked
landlords.
down.
By the landlords.
It would have demolished.
It's a good point.
Yes, it is.
I'm not if
It's
the
the
government, what
landlords
will
who
you
bribe
do?
them. It's the landlord who bribes
If I were the government, I would actually ensure that the person got professional workers and they had sufficient money to do the work.
And there's also this part we need to know that the government need to do. They need to make sure that emergency numbers are free. Because imagine if you're in the middle of an accident and you need to call the ambulance or the fire truck and you realize you don't have credit with you. What happens? When the ambulance isn't there, the fire trucks aren't there, it's only people who have to do the most they can do. If emergency diary numbers were free, anybody could call and they'll be here as quick as lightning.
But
they
if
can
the
save more people.
But the workers,
the landlords-
workers there, most of them aren't willing to do that job.
They aren't willing to do that. That is because of corruption.
Government should hire enough professional workers and stop accepting bribes from people who do not know how to build.
I also have Daniel Barry. What do you think about that?
Yes.
Well, I think if the landlord spends a little bit more time on surveying his land and saw there were signs that he couldn't fix, he could have evacuated the place and demolished the building before anything
but
happens.
not all landlords have enough money to do that.
Exactly.
Maybe they spent all their savings on that particular building.
And maybe they even got
and they
loans
cannot
too.
they cannot demolish it. What do you do then? Amna, what do you think?
Well, I think when they spent all their money on the building, those renting those rooms will pay them money and they'll have enough money to demolish
They can
demolish the building.
contribute.
Unless their houses, the renting houses are not in good conditions. Then nobody wants to go into that house. He gets bankrupt. He doesn't have enough money to start to fix all those damages that happen. What does he do then?
You shut down the building.
Yes, but he's used all his savings on that building. He can't shut it down because he doesn't have anything left with him.
Or he sells it to another person.
Nobody would want a house like it isn't.
They could renovate it.
Exactly.
So what are your final thoughts?
I've seen all your points and I realize that they're very good. And I feel that in that building that collapsed in Lagos Island, killing 20 people, both the government and the building owners are at fault.
Well, I think so too.
And I agree with Tosin too.
Well, I believe from what you have all said, I believe it's both their fault. But when coming in, I actually thought it was the building owner's fault. But from your points of views, I now believe that it's both their faults and mainly the fault of corruption.
Here we go. Everybody jump up high. Come on, jump up. I know you can jump even higher. Come on, let's shout.
Our second topic for today is outgoing governor Rochas Okorocha supposedly withdrew 17 billion from banks in 3 days. What can really end corruption in the Nigerian government? First of all, what is corruption? Corruption is the act of being dishonest and illegal, and is mostly practiced by the authority. I think corruption can be stopped if we start small from home. For example, practicing being honest, being responsible, trustworthy to people, and I think corruption can be stopped if we put our minds into it.
Good points, Daniel, but do you really think and do you really believe that it is possible?
Yes.
In our state, in this state that we are in Nigeria, you really think corruption can be stopped?
It can.
It can be stopped.
Yes.
Please give me some reasons.
There are some other countries which have been corrupt before, but now they are great countries, such as Singapore, Dubai, England, and so on and so forth.
Yeah,
So-
those are civilized
And then one
countries.
saying is anything is possible.
Well, as you said, everything starts small from your homes. When your parents teach you to have good character. But everyone minds change, don't they? Once you just like play with paper aeroplanes. Now, see, you like listening to music, watching television. See, anything is possible.
Anything is possible in which is possible for us.
Thank you for saying anything is possible, but I think that now if we put our mindset to do good things, we can. So now it's all from our leaders. We need our leaders to start upright, so we can follow their step. As they say, leaders set good examples.
Okay,
Yeah.
for children right now, let's talk about children's corruption. When you were young, did you use his phone? Which was not actually, that was not corruption. But now in Nigeria, don't you use your phones? Use it for things that are not set, that are not good.
Let's not take it to that kind of corruption. For example,
Why not? Wait, my question is, why shouldn't we not take it to that corruption, to that level? Why not?
Because we're talking about
Daniel,
Nigerian
We're
government.
talking about corruption in general. Let's not fix it only to one state. Let's make this broad.
okay.
Corruption has led to many things, such as poverty, criminal activities, people being hungry, living on the road,
Excuse me,
homelessness.
Excuse me, but then now why can't you say that? Why can't you say that Singapore is not a better country? When they once corrupt,
But Nigeria is still corrupted.
It's our leaders and their mindset.
the same
What?
thing.
No. We need to. It's our leaders. They just want to go. Our governors. They just want to go there, earn their money, and have the name to be governors. But they don't. They are not patriots who want to change who want to change their state, make it better.
Exactly, it's our leaders. Now, what exactly will
They
we
can.
do to
They
stop
can be
that?
changed.
How
they
will
can
they
be
be
changed.
changed?
For
They
example-
need the right mindset. They could be.
Not all governors have the right mindset.
Yes, I agree with her.
Yes, but that we could change that, making them. They could start small, even though they could still learn how to solve corruption. Okay. Take it for example, our leaders. I know we cannot change them, but we can start now to change it. Have the mindset to be. If when I become a leader in future, I would make Lagos great or so on.
Okay. My question is, do each and every one of you here have that mindset? That's my question.
Yes.
You sure? You're absolutely sure?
Yes. Okay, final thoughts. What can really end corruption in the Nigerian government? That's from Abdullahi.
I think now if we really want corruption to stop in Nigeria, we can start from our homes. We can keep our homes clean. From our homes, we go to our streets. From the streets, we go to the local government to state to federal government. Federal government will actually appreciate us and they will look forward to help us. That's right.
Yeah, that's actually good. But we can also make campaigns that we don't want any more corruption. The people in the force, like the police, we should actually, when they're being trained, they shouldn't be trained. They should be trained not to accept bribe.
Final thoughts.
Most of us nowadays, we get into trouble with the police. Fastest way, bribe. We can stop that.
Ire, your final thoughts.
To me, how we can stop corruption is by letting our police people to know how Nigeria is working, and they can actually improve in that, and they can also work with roads, buildings that have collapsed, and we can also make the government also help us to make like our Lagos State and Nigeria a better place.
Here we go. Everybody jump up high. Come on, jump up. I know you can jump even higher. Come on, let's shout out.
I think this is true because I've watched, my friends have told me some things about cows who have escaped in different countries. So I believe that this can happen somewhere.
Tree.
Well, that's false. But in my opinion, I think it's false because how would a cow pass traffic?
I think it's true because cows love to walk around and do all the stuff, but sometimes they get loose. They wander around, do nothing. Like on my street, I usually see cows walking around.
I think it's true because mostly a lot of cows escape, which is very true, and it can be wandering on the road, and the smell of the food they like to eat from an eatery could attract them to walk through the eatery. If the door is open, they can actually walk through it and grab and eat. So I think it's true.
How would you find like an eatery? How?
Here we go. Everybody jump up high. Come on, jump up.
Well, I think it's true because most people have crocodile as their pets.
I think it's fake because for a crocodile to enter your house alone, it might be possible, but I don't think so.
Well, it's fake because a crocodile cannot be in a toilet. I also think it's fake because why would a family own a crocodile?
Fake. Because I've never ever seen a crocodile crawl from a toilet, stuck in a toilet.
I think it's also fake because how would whoever owns a crocodile will allow the crocodile to live wherever it is? Because it is very dangerous.
Wow. That is very interesting. I don't think that is possible because how can a crocodile fit inside the sewer? Wait, first of all, escape from where he is, get into the sewer, climb all the way to a family home toilet without dying of hunger.
Excuse me, Kare, but then what you said that how could it escape? A lion once escaped injured, so that is...
A what?
A lion once escaped injured, so...
Maybe that lion was free. Was a wild lion.
Then what I want to this is crocodile.
Good question. Okay.
But I think now the crocodile might has escaped and then gone into the toilet pipes, get into the toilets.
But you've seen pipes, Abdullah, haven't you?
Yes.
They're so small. How can a fully grown crocodile fit inside the pipe?
They are big pipes carried there.
They are big pipes.
Yeah.
But I don't believe this is true.
Okay.
Yes.
Here we go. Everybody jump up high. Come on.
Fake, because I don't really think monkeys are that big.
It's fake. Because monkeys don't go to the gym and they don't have obviously muscles.
I've not seen a monkey with muscles and as big as a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
I think it's fake. Actually, I think it's fake because I don't get why a monkey will have muscles.
Here we go. Everybody jump up high. Come on. Jump up.
I think this is possible, especially in Nigeria, because government doesn't specialize in our schools. It's meant to be run by the government, but because the government don't have their children in Nigeria, they're abroad, so they don't really care about us. I feel bad that the government doesn't care about our schooling because Nigeria has great potential at becoming one of the best countries. God bless us with a lot of different materials. And if the government don't care about us, most of us end up being illiterate.
I think it's real because I have a friend who said that in school, most of the time there is food poisoning, and that could be a cause of rotting food.
I think it can be true because some schools are not really conscious of the way they feed their children.
I think it's true because some schools, they don't have the money to feed most children good food.
Here we go. Everybody jump up high.
Well, I think it's real because if a pig ever pains, they can get, like if a human is videoing them doing this stuff, they can actually get hits more than 1 million people and they can get money.
I think it's real because, I mean, if you see a pig painting and it's good, I'm sure you would price it for, you could buy it for 1 million naira because that's something you don't see every day, a pig painting.
You can go even lower.
Everyone, thank you for watching Small Talk and goodbye.
Bye! 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you ready, everybody? Here we go. Everybody get down low. You can go even lower. Here we go. Everybody jump up high.